That's why more and more Lagosians are tuning in.
500,000 Lagosians.
720,000.
970,000.
Over 1 million Lagosians, they know that if you give me your afternoon, I will give you hard facts.
Well done, Sandra, on all you do, going beyond the headlines and focusing on the facts.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
Hello, Lagos. Good afternoon. I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts. First hard fact of the day: Bola Tinubu has named Femi Gbajabiamila as Chief of Staff. Gbajabiamila is, of course, the outgoing Speaker of the House of Reps, where he represents Surulere. The Chief of Staff runs the presidency on behalf of the president, making sure that the president is able to keep control of his massive, sprawling, but powerful organization. You know, that's essentially what the presidency is, right? So the Chief of Staff is supposed to keep control of this organization that is supposed to be carrying out the will of the president. So you have Nigerian and American presidents who tend to pick chiefs of staff from among their close friends or people whom they can trust, because whoever is chief of staff is someone that is basically helping the president to coordinate the president's power. That's one of the reasons that the position is often very powerful. The other reason is access. Chiefs of staff are often called gatekeepers of the president because they directly or indirectly control the president's schedule of meetings, etc., etc. So they decide who sees the president and when that person can see the president. So it's a pretty powerful position. That's why Ken is mine. I can't do this show without Ken. This show that you listen to every day, you're doing that alongside over 1 million Lagosians. You cannot be wrong. Thanks for tuning in. I've got a great show for you, starting with the Big Three Global Edition. It's actually a big one today. Let's talk about the end of fuel subsidy and the rise in petrol prices. At 4 o'clock, Hard Facts Awards will take the air. On Eyes and Nays, let's talk about the legislative arm of government. After that, Music and Moments with Ifeanyi, Sam and Dexter will take the air. Expect news, business and sports at the top of the hour every hour. But let's get started with today's Big Three Global Edition, Lagos. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
The Big Three Global Edition on Hard Facts.
How is petrol deregulation affecting you? Have you seen fuel? Will Uber, Bolt, and InDriver increase prices? Let's also not forget Lagos Ride. It's the big one, Global Edition, Lagos. Let's talk. Every Friday at 3, we let Nigeria rest a bit. Instead, we take a look at the biggest international stories of the week. However, this is one of those days where the biggest story in your world is the end of fuel subsidy and the jump in petrol prices. How is it affecting you? How is the regulation affecting you? We know that the pump price of petrol has gone up everywhere except for those stations who still haven't opened up to sell. We also have lots of queues still as availability is still normalizing. NNPC MD Mele Kyari says that there is enough supply. So if that's true, then it's really a question of marketers deciding not to sell yet until they're sure about conditions. What do you think about that? How do you feel about that? Would you rather the fuel is available everywhere and we're buying at these ridiculous prices? Or would you prefer this situation now where we know they see the fuel buy and the one we see buy is still really expensive? Have you seen fuel? How much did you buy it for? 0700-993-993-993. That's for men. Women, call me on 01465-7190. How is this situation affecting you day to day? Yesterday at 5, after the news update, you heard from Vaughn. She told us how she has changed her transport routine because of the change in prices. Have you done the same thing? Do you use transportation up to a certain point, then leg the rest, then transport yourself again? Me, if I legged today, yeah. So I took a Bolt to the bank. Then After that, I walked to the office. Usually, I would take another Bolt to the office, but I said, no, let me do like Vaughn. Let me get some exercise in, So that's a change in my routine. We're also hearing from traders, especially food traders. They're complaining that the transport cost is making it harder for them to restock. So that probably means that we're going to have some very brief supply disruptions, but after that supply will normalize, but prices will go up because now the farmers and the traders will have to pay higher fees to the transporters. For people who have to travel by road to different parts of Nigeria, it also means that what you're going to have to pay as transport fare from Lagos to Kaduna, Lagos to Enugu, Lagos to Abuja by road, it's going to increase now. Is your business experiencing supply shocks because of the jump in fuel prices? Are you anticipating that you're going to have to raise prices? Talk to me, Lagos, 0700-993-993-993. That's for men. Women, call me on 01465-7190. 01465-7190. How you day? How body? How you dey manage? How you dey cope? We've got WhatsApp as well. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. 080-959-75 805, and of course we're streaming live on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3. We are also on Twitter, available on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM 99.3.
Hello, good afternoon to
Good afternoon to you. What's your name, sir?
Yeah, my name is Steve.
Hi, Steve. Welcome. How you doing?
Very well. I think right now we are all adjusting. Or let me use the word I have adjusted, and I'm still adjusting.
Okay, how have you adjusted? Tell me.
Yeah, because I got fuel for 500 naira.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, you go for 500 naira.
I got for 500 naira. I bought yesterday, and I still got today for same price.
Okay.
The only thing I did was I live in Egbeda. My office is in Apapa.
Okay.
And good thing, my rent is due for July, so I've officially written to the landlord that I don't intend to renew my rent.
Okay.
So I'm looking for an office space close by where I live.
House. Okay.
Hello?
Okay, so you're looking for an office space close to your house, okay?
Yes, close to where I live.
Yeah.
So as to reduce. And yesterday evening, there's something I noticed.
What?
We had a very, very quiet evening. There were no generators running. And in my apartment, because I have this little solar stuff that a friend constructed, I paid him to do that.
Okay.
Where I could charge the rechargeable lamps, the phones, and I had an unusual praise in my house yesterday evening.
Unusual praise.
we had guys coming in to say hello just to charge their phones.
I see.
So I think it's building that friendship and bonding.
Okay.
So anywhere we see lights now, I think we'll just converge there and charge our
just
phone.
Charge our devices.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you very much for calling to share the adjustments you're having to make. Interesting. I didn't even think of that. The people who will have to say, the place I work at is too far away from where I live, so I'm not going to renew my rent, or I'm going to resign simply so I can make it. Interesting stuff. I didn't think about that. 99.3.
Hey, Sandra.
How you doing? What's your name, sir?
My name is Femi. Sorry, noise.
It's okay, Femi. Welcome.
Normally I would listen to your program. I won't call because I always enjoy your program.
Thank you.
The listeners and your callers.
Thank you.
But this guy right here, because I called earlier when it was downfall to talk to my sister about what we're going through right now and the fact that people are blaming Bola Tinubu that.
Oh no! Femi, call me back if you can, okay? I've got Paul on the line now. Hi, Paul.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon, Paul. How you doing?
Well, we thank God for today. I was able to go to office today.
Okay.
Yeah, the experience, yesterday I couldn't go to work because of no fuel. But I was able to maneuver and get some fuel. And my tank, I normally fill it with 17,500.
Okay.
And then it will take me averagely a week. Then on Saturday, I refill it for Sunday church.
Okay.
Yeah, and today, what I feel it is 40,000 naira.
Okay.
Yeah, that 40,000, if you times it in a month, I would be spending 160,000
Okay.
to fill my tank. So, what I will do, the adjustment I'm going to make is taking public transport.
Okay.
Because I have calculated it. If I park my car and take public transport, I will be spending average of 75,000 in a month.
Okay.
To go to work and come back to my house.
Okay.
So that's the adjustment I'm going to make.
Okay.
And again, I bought this corn, agbado. Hello?
You bought it where?
Along my office area. Agbado, this corn now.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Yes,
Roasted
I
corn.
usually buy it at, maybe that woman normally said her own is always fresh one.
Okay.
I used to buy it 100 naira. Today I bought a stick. The stick the government should do about this too. It's not going to be easy. Thank you.
Paul, thanks for calling. Henry is here. Hi, Henry.
Hello.
Hi, Henry. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Talk to me. You're live on the show.
Oh. Oluwa Sandra.
Yes. How are you?
It's not funny any longer.
I know.
It's not funny any longer.
I know.
I didn't even know what to do. I've been at home for like 4 days now.
Why?
I'm a healing driver.
Okay.
So I didn't even know how to cope. I bought 6,000. That is what I will have to have my quarter up, almost full tank.
Okay.
For my car.
Okay.
But now it's not even what I can even comprehend any longer. But I'm very sure we win it.
Is Bolt planning to, are the e-hailing platforms planning to increase their prices?
At all. We've not even seen anything like that. They are no circular. You know, those are kind of the people we have to make correction on in the country.
Yeah. They haven't said anything at all?
At all.
I'm sure
because
they will.
The trouble is, you know, they are not being managed by the government, so to speak.
Right.
I don't know if I can talk like that.
Yeah, of course.
Because they just do anything the way they like it.
But they also bend to the economic realities of the country, right? Don't they?
So to speak, but not really. You can only communicate them when the thing is on red. I mean on red, like when it is a big trouble.
It's not red now. I mean, if you were filling your tank before with 6K and now you're filling with 26.
Oluwatandra, you don't red, though. You don't red.
Henry, thanks for calling. Tunde is in Ikorodu. Hi, Tunde.
Yes, I'm here.
Talk to me. You're live on the show now. Tunde, you're live on air now. You're talking to me. I can hear myself.
Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Tunde. Welcome.
How are you today?
I'm fine. Turn the radio off. We can hear each other.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Turn off what you're listening with. Tunde, oh.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Tunde, it doesn't look like, I think Tunde is distracted by the sound of his voice on the radio. Tunde, you're going to have to call me back, okay? 99.3. Hi, how are you, sir?
Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Sandra, good afternoon. My name is Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, how are you?
Sandra, I'm not fine. I'm very, very angry.
Why?
Sandra, I live around Ajabadore.
Oh, that's foul.
I do e-hailing job.
Hey, that's foul.
To be honest to you, Sandra, every night I have to buy fuel. Formerly, I used to buy fuel 3,000 naira for my children so that they could sleep.
Okay.
From night till morning.
All right.
Believe me, I just went to buy fuel for 4,000 naira now, and it was half of the 10 liters I carried.
How much did you buy per liter?
That is 600 naira per liter.
My goodness.
Hello?
My goodness. 600 naira per liter.
That is NIPCO, just immediately after Chicken Republic on Ado Road, before Aja.
Yeah. Hey.
So it's so terrible, Sandra.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. I imagine. But again, my question is, will the e-hailing drivers increase their prices or will they stay at the level that they're currently at? I think they will, because I remember when they came out, their prices were ridiculously cheap, when Nigeria was a bit less expensive. So I don't think that they will see their drivers, their partners, uncomfortable with this situation and leave it at that. Jonathan is here. Hi, Jonathan.
Sandra, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm great. I'm trying to be great. Let me just put it that way.
Aren't we all?
Jonathan is my name.
Welcome, Jonathan. Talk to me.
Anyway, anybody that is familiar with this voice knows for years I've said this is going to happen. And it's happening. And that's why I have stood against removal of subsidy right from Jonathan's time. And I've stood my ground right from then by God's grace till today. And I make my point very clear. If you want to remove subsidy, fix the refinery, fix a workable transport scheme that will make all of us park our vehicle at home. Invariably, we are going to reduce the liters of petrol we are using per the country. Then fix power. You also reduce the liters we use for the country to run generator. Automatically, whatever you are spending on your subsidy that you are complaining about will eventually drop. It's a very simple thing. Let me add another one to it. I stand to be corrected. We have a lot of illegal migrants in this country right now that are also using this fuel that we are paying subsidy for. Not only our fear, they are using our structures, increasing our costs that these people are complaining about. They know what to do. I don't know why we must suffer for this thing every time. I don't know. I think the days ahead holds a lot of things. Like I said in Sheriff Show, this cashless policy will be a child's play. If they don't take time, it's going to be a child's play. Things are going to, Sandra, you don't last, you don't cast. Everybody go chop breakfast.
Shayo. Jonathan, thank you very much for calling. We've got messages on WhatsApp. Let's take a look at some of them very quickly. This one here says, I bought fuel today at 488 at NNPC. I bought 5K, just 10 liters. I usually buy 16 liters before at 3K. Sandra, afternoon church on Sunday. I'm keeping this vehicle for now. That's my adjustment. Sandra, you don't read. All right. Thank you very much for your message, Stephen. Stephen is in Egbeda. This message from Kevin says, what impact will the Dangote refinery have on the supply of PMS? I heard reports on Nigeria Info that the output of this refinery is enough to cover 100% of Nigeria's energy needs. If that's true, then things will certainly get better. Dangote's refinery will not bring down the pump price. It will not. I've been telling you this and you've been arguing with me. Now you've heard from the NNPC MD who said it himself. Maybe you'll listen to him when he says it. Mele Kyari was talking about this same situation on TV yesterday, and he said, quote, there is a notion that if the product is processed locally, prices will reduce. Let me make it clear that it is not going to change anything. If you produce locally, the refineries will also input the cost of production and other things, and it will be sold at the current price. End quote. Mele Kyari said that on TV yesterday. Now, of course, apart from all of that, free markets na free markets. You know it's in free markets, BRB. If Dangote sells fuel cheaper to the filling stations will still sell it at pump price. So it's smart for Dangote to raise his own price for them too. Otherwise, if government gets involved, subsidy don't come back again through backdoor, and we can't afford it. By the way, we do have to talk about the fact that Dangote reportedly received subsidies from the government while building the refinery. He reportedly received forex at official rate in large amounts to pay his bills to his vendors and contractors. The government probably lost a lot of value on that help, so there's a question about what did the Nigerian people who brought that money receive in return. Maybe we'll take a day next week and look at that refinery. Maybe Monday. But right now, let's talk about Mele Kyari's statement that pump price will not go down when the Dangote refinery starts producing in August. He also promised that the Port Harcourt refinery will come online before the end of the year. But it will also not bring down prices. Because again, if you think about fuel prices all over the world, Nigeria used to be one of the cheapest places to buy fuel. 0700-993-993-993 01465-7190. We'll take a break. When we come back from this very short break, Lagos, let's talk about what Mele Kyari had to say about Dangote Refinery and fuel.
Stay one step ahead with the latest news and trending conversations here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Don't tell people you've added weight. Why are you losing weight?
Yeah.
You eating. No, it's not your business.
That money, the pass is good. Finally.
We should be patient and pray to God that God is going to answer our prayer.
Please, this is not all about prayer. It's not like everything is not prayer. That is Nigerian mentality. It's not finding happiness in your home. You pray.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Sincerely, I don't want to wait till I graduate from this school before I think of what to do with my life.
Exactly. I am going to seriously work on my music skills. Let me use my talent well, I beg.
I would like to be a radio presenter, but I don't know how to go about it.
But why is Timmy so quiet today?
Sorry, ladies. I'm taking this interesting course on how to become a professional scriptwriter. You too can also learn how to become a radio presenter on Wazobia Academy.
Wazobia Academy?
Yes, Wazobia Academy provides accessible and affordable online training in filmmaking, music business, fashion, radio hosting, and lots more. Also stand a chance to be selected for internship in leading production companies, radio stations, music, and fashion studios for hands-on experience. It's easy. Simply log on to www.wazobiaacademy.com or call 0908-826-5038 for more details.
Wazobia Academy. Learn and lead.
NS store.
Oga, wetin happen? I don send am go market. Abi e dey owe you money.
Oga pharmacy, no be your boy I dey call jare. I dey ask for NS liver salt, medicine wey dey comot any yamayama discomfort for person belle, whether na heartburn, constipation or even indigestion o. NS liver salt get lemon, orange and other correct flavors. With NS liver salt, belle go dey balance. Oya Oga pharmacy, sama me one make I go enjoy.
NS liver salt, the medicine wey dey make your belle kulele. Rush enter any pharmacy go buy your own now.
Na product of Neskem Pharmaceutical Limited.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Before the break, I told you that the Dangote refinery will not bring down the pump price. Mele Kyari said that there's a notion that if this product is processed locally, prices will reduce. Let me make it clear that it is not going to change anything. If you produce locally, the refineries will also input the cost of production and other things, and it will be sold at the current price, end quote. What do you think about that? 0700-993-993-993. That's for men. Women, call me on 01465-7190. Sorry about that. Give me a call back if you can. Hi, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
This is Mazi Daniel.
Mazi Daniel, welcome. Talk to me.
Calling you from Matogo.
Go ahead, Daniel.
Wow. Congratulations once again on the award given to your station.
Thank you.
Since over 10 years, I've been trying to get this line. I've not been able to.
Congratulations and welcome today.
God bless Nigeria Info.
Amen.
Sorry, before I go, I have one question I want to ask. Mm-hmm. They say that, when they take our crude abroad, they refine it there, then they bring it back.
Right.
They impute the cost of transportation to and flow.
Yes.
So now, they are refining it here, and they are telling us that the price will not still come down.
Yes.
Then what happened to the money they are paying to the freight forwarder, those transportation to and flow? What happened to those money? What happened to the money they are paying at the exchange rate? Now, they are selling the crude to Dangote in Naira. No exchange rate. Now, Dangote will refine within this place. The cost of transportation is not there. Then why are they telling us that it's not come down?
Okay.
No, I want to know why you say it's not come down. Then the local one, our local refinery, even if you come up, that the price will still be at the international price. I don't understand that mathematics.
Okay, all right. Once you get off the phone, I'll answer the question.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have anything else? Do you want to add
No.
anything? Okay.
That,
all
that's
right.
just what I want to say.
Okay, all right. Thank you
Thank
very much for calling us. It's just like Mileki said, right? Production costs are also involved in there. And more importantly, NNPC will tell you that price is set by the market, not just by the inputs. Right? Not just by, how much was transportation cost, how much was all of that. Unfortunately, crude and petrol are set to the dollar. They're not set to the naira. Now, of course, the economists and the government will have to take a look at this situation and decide for themselves, is this something that we want to move away from or not? Because again, we're not just selling to Dangote, we're also selling to other international oil companies, and we're selling to them in dollars. Dangote is a private company. If fuel is more expensive next door, he's going to move next door. He'll simply stop selling to us, So at the moment, the crude is benchmarked against the dollar, and because crude is benchmarked against the dollar, it's the market that will determine how much crude is at the end of the day. Unfortunately, the dollar against the naira right now is the way the dollar against the naira right now currently is, which means that we're still where we are. I hope that helps answer your question a little bit. But at the end of the day, there's no private business that will sell in a cheaper market if they have a choice. 99.3, hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
We have Emmanuel on the line. I'm calling from Ekwe.
Welcome.
Sandra,
talk to me.
Make una no bring Dangote into una matter. See, if I am Dangote, if subsidy is not removed, I won't sell to Nigerian government. And in fact, even doing business with Nigerian government is a very, very big risk to take. It's unfortunate that Nigerian government has 20% stake, in this share. Go and ask Russia about the business they did with Nigeria, based on the steel company in Kogi. The debt service, the debt the money we are borrowing, how are we doing in servicing those debts and paying back those debts? So Nigerian government is not a organization to do business with. So if I'm the Dangote, if the refinery comes up to save a man whose worth is about $18 billion, put $16 billion into a building that refinery, and then you want me to do business. If care is not taken, within a year, we'll be owing trillions of naira. So let's just leave the man alone to do his business as a corporate, a businessman.
And pay taxes. Okay, thanks for calling. Mrs. Pat is in Surulere. Hi, Mrs. Pat.
Good afternoon. Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome. Talk to me.
Okay. No, this is what you are saying, that the refinery of Dangote will not make the fuel prices go down.
It will not. Can you turn the radio off? Turn the radio off,
I don't know why the government will depend on private individuals for supply. And a lot of this money that they have given license to an individual who want to make
They unfortunately can't do that because I'm sorry, I have to end the call. The radio is really bothering me. They unfortunately cannot do that because so when things come into the country, they're coming through Lagos, right? They're coming through Lagos. They have to be transported from Lagos to other parts of Nigeria. The cost of transportation also has to be factored into the final price that the people in other parts of Nigeria buy that item at the end of the day. So that's why you find some items cheaper in Lagos or cheaper in Abia or cheaper in Onitsha. Because you have maybe local production in a place like Abia, or you have local production in a place like Onitsha, or you have local production in a place like Lagos. But by the time you transport that same item to other parts of the country, it's not going to be the same price, right? So that's the explanation for the difference in fuel price there. However, maybe if we got the other ports in the other parts of the country to work, maybe instead of all the petrol to coming through Lagos, some of them will coming, so we could do like regional ports. We'll have some of them go into other regions in the country, and that may be able to drive the price down or keep the prices close enough to the prices that we get here in Lagos. Maybe, but that's it's I don't know. We've got Henry here. Hi, Henry. Henry, are you still there? All right, we don't have Henry there anymore. 99.3.
Hello, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Talk to me.
Yeah, my name is Afolabi.
Welcome, Afolabi.
All right. Well done with the show.
Thank
you. You guys
you.
are doing a great job.
Thank you. Talk to me.
All right. Sandra, let's do one small reality check.
Okay.
So are you with me?
I'm with you.
Now, if you're borrowing money from friends all around, and you know that you have something you can fall back on to pay that money without even stressing yourself, you know you won't stop borrowing the money.
Right.
You understand?
Okay.
Now, that is just the way I see the game being played by Nigerian government now.
Okay.
Everything that happens in this country, when it comes to money, falls back on the masses. There is no way you want to do the arithmetic and tell me that something that is locally produced will cost the same amount as something that is brought in from abroad. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now, if the moment they kept borrowing and they were talking about subsidy, from time immemorial, I happened to stay around Port Harcourt for like 14, 15, 16 years. I served there, so I started working there too.
Okay.
So I had the opportunity of seeing this local refining
Yes.
that those guys do over there.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
There was a time the fuel was sold at 60, 65 or so.
65 naira. Yes.
Buying it in PH on the road, not even in the filling station, on the road 10 for 30 naira. Ask anybody that is in PH around 2004, 05.
Oh, I was there. I remember. I know.
You understand? So we're buying it at a very, very cheap rate. Even we later found out
because they needed to sell their market, so they were
because they needed to sell their market.
So again, you have to remember they were working with stolen crude. When you're working with stolen crude, you're trying to get rid of the product as quickly as possible.
What I'm saying, Sandra, I'm not justifying what they are doing or that they are doing this thing.
I'm not saying
what
that
I'm saying is this. Nigerian government knows that the moment they kept on borrowing, they will fall back on the masses to pay back those loans one way or the other. The loan is being borrowed for economic development, right?
Right.
And we're not seeing anything to that effect. So what do? As far as I'm concerned, they share the money, they throw it back to the masses to pay it back. Because I don't understand why you keep, if you're telling us that some people are siphoning the money for subsidy, you won't tell me that you can't pick or you can't get one person and make that person a scapegoat. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you're paying for a service and the service is not being rendered, you don't keep paying for such. And you can easily hold the person you are paying responsible for not rendering the service.
But that's what they're doing now. They're not paying for the service anymore.
Then why, the ones they have paid and we heard that they embezzled, why are they not questioning or why are they not making amends in getting those funds back?
That's a great question.
You understand what I'm saying? So this thing is just simple arithmetic. They borrow, they share, they spend, they waste, they throw it back to the masses to pay the loan.
Afolabi, thank you very much for calling. I do, however, disagree a little bit that it's simple arithmetic, because let me put it this way. Let's say that fuel is selling at the equivalent of 700 naira per liter in Benin Republic. Let's just use that as an example. I'm not saying that that's how much it sells in Benin Republic. I'm saying as an example, the equivalent of 1 liter of fuel in Benin Republic, 700 naira. But what we as Nigerians want is for fuel to sell at 200 naira in Nigeria. A Dangote refinery has a choice. Sell at 200 here or sell at 700 in Benin. This is the reason why our subsidy bill kept increasing. The marketers and importers were buying it cheap in Nigeria thanks to subsidy and taking it to the neighboring countries to sell. That's also the reason why the National Assembly could not prove how much fuel we consume in Nigeria. A lot of that fuel was being smuggled out to sell in more expensive markets. So bringing it back to Dangote, the same thing that the importers were doing illegally under subsidy, Dangote can now do legally. As a private refinery, they have a choice to sell their petrol either in Nigeria or in neighboring countries. So if the price is lower here, but there's enough market there, of course Dangote will take the fuel outside. It doesn't matter what the cost of production is, because this is a private business. It's the same way that if you are selling champagne in a bar, it doesn't matter that the cost price of a bottle of champagne in any market of your choice or a supermarket of your choice is much cheaper than what you're selling at your bar. You decide to sell it at the price that your market will accept. Same for people that are selling cars. It's the same thing. So when our local filling stations see that Dangote has a choice to take his fuel to other markets, they'll be forced to accept buying that fuel at Dangote's price, which is the global market price. Now, there's a separate consideration, right? You can argue that government gave some concessions to the Dangote refinery, so the refinery should make concessions to Nigerians on price. Because remember that I said that CBN gave Dangote dollars at CBN rate for this is refinery, right? Then he will pay back at that rate as well. But what you should really be asking is, why didn't government get those commitments from the refinery before giving them the concessions? That's the question to be asking. 0700-993-993-993 01465-7190. We've got Frank joining us from Indonesia now. Hi, Frank. How you doing? Hello, Frank.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Talk to me.
Hello, Sandra.
Can you hear me? Okay, it doesn't look like he can hear me. All right, let's come back to Nigeria then. 99.3.
Hello?
Oh, hi, Ejike. Welcome.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
Yes, welcome. Talk to me.
Yeah, I've been holding on since.
Welcome.
Sandra.
Yes, you're talking to Sandra. Talk to me.
Okay, are you with me?
I'm with you. Please go ahead, sir.
Okay, yes, I think some of the callers have said my opinion, but all the same, the only area I want to say this is that it's going to be tough for every one of us. And the thing is that it's true that all the major presidential candidates, they said they will remove the subsidy. But I don't think they would have done it in the same way. Maybe there are other better ways to handle it. I don't think this is the best way to do it. So I think, my own, the mathematics you are solving concerning this when we are importing and when we are refining here in Nigeria. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's. I've heard other speakers, say something on this matter, and this is the first time I'm hearing that if we refine through Dangote, it does not make any change. So I don't think there must be a way to government will discuss with Dangote for us, for it to be easier a bit for us. So let's see how it goes.
All right.
But we are still watching.
We're watching, Ejike says. Ejike, thank you very much for calling. 99.3, hello. Sorry about that. Give us a call back if you can. Lagos, of course, you have to remember, that even if our own refineries start working today, it will be the same price because no more subsidy. You get? NNPC is now a commercial entity, and NNPC is meant to turn a profit. Remember, they became a commercial entity last year, or was it 2 years ago? Our refineries are under NNPC. NNPC is a commercial entity meant to turn a profit. This is all part of the Petroleum Industry Act. We wanted this. We were clamoring for this. This is what that means. 0700-993-993-993. So yes, all those times that we were buying petrol for cheap, it's because somebody else was paying for it, the government. This is what deregulation means. 99.3, hello.
Hello.
How you doing? What's your name, ma'am?
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm very well.
Good evening.
What's your name, ma'am? Good evening.
Blaming now can never solve the problem. If we want to compare what they are selling in Benin with what we want to compare in Nigeria, we can never get it right. Benin don't have crude oil, but Nigeria has 450 barrels, 450 barrels taken from crude oil in the name of Nigeria. Where is that one going? And if you want to talk of NNPC, that is now they are private. We know that the NNPC was a government agent. And now, if they are claiming it's private, who owns it? That is the question we need to ask. And if you want to talk of removing the subsidy, and other candidates like Obi, Atiku said they want to remove it. You know, they declare Tinubu on the 28th of February. It's supposed to come with diagram and how it's going to handle it, not just the subsidy is gone. Buhari has already, they don't have, in 2023 budget, there's no facility for the subsidy. That shouldn't be. He cannot, you know, immediately he said it. All the station in Nigeria closed down. And the second day, when the NNPC see that this is a problem, they said they have enough petrol for 1 month. And then that make the filling station calm down. They started selling it at the price because they still tell them that they have enough. On Wednesday, in the morning, they sold some, later they closed. They said they went for meeting. By the time they come out from the meeting, the NNPC came with the price list. Is that supposed to be? And if they want, as far as I'm concerned, anybody can believe. I believe the government is in charge of NNPC.
No, they're not. NNPC,
and they come with the price.
NNPC is commercial now. You own
NNPC.
NNPC.
It's commercial now. That is what the government told us.
No,
please.
No.
This is our country, and we have to do it. Okay. Government told us it's commercial now. Who did they sold it to? That should be our question.
They didn't sell
it's
it
not
to
everything
anybody.
They come and tell us we are said. We need to ask questions.
We are.
Because if you say you want to cut your coat according to yourself, how long is going to? It's going to affect all the business. Somebody called and he said he has an office in Apapa. He's now looking for in his area. Can the business in Apapa with where he's living be moving like that? We need to wake up, oh.
All right. Please. Thank you. Thank you very much for calling. Monday, are you there? Hello? Do we have Monday there? Oh, that's unfortunate. We've got messages on WhatsApp. Let's take a look at some of them. This one says, Sandra, I don't know why NNPC MD is speaking on behalf of Dangote Refinery. He should let the company speak for themselves. Well, Dangote Refinery has also spoken. and said that they will sell their fuel at market price. They've been saying that for years. Regarding shipping fuel to Benin Republic and other nations, it can be frustrated with high export tariffs by government. It's not as simple as you're saying it. NNPC is commercial by mouth. Who appointed the current MD? We are watching. Kunle Bamboye with that message there. All right, Kunle. We've got this message here from Salisu. Salisu says, subsidy is a gradual process, not a one-time thing. If you fix the refineries and there is 27 hours light, then subsidy will gradually go. But in Nigeria, subsidy is a scam. No accountability. Where is the whole money for the subsidy of kerosene and diesel and others? No accountability. In Benin, there's 24 hours of light. Stop comparing Nigeria with Benin. All right, Salisu. Salisu. Chuk says, Sandra, thank you so much for taking time to explain the issue of the subsidy to us. This is what I believe government would have taken time to explain to us before the price change. Okay. We've got David who says, Sandra, the cabal eating fake subsidy claims want to ensure that they collect the backlog of subsidy claims either from government, the public, or from Dangote. That is why NNPC is saying that Dangote's refinery will not bring price down. Dangote will humble them. All right, David. Abe says, Sandra, all those behind subsidy embezzlement should be traced and money recovered. Secondly, if repairing our dead refinery and building new ones won't reduce the current price, then the politicians have succeeded in shaming Nigerians and many journalists for their long years of analysis and complaints. Okay? We've got this one here. The government should start taxing people based on the number and types of vehicles owned for us to cut down our ego, increase revenues, reduce traffic, better the poor standard and cost of living. Abe with that message there. All right, Greenish says, if President Tinubu says it will end in December, they'll start hoarding it from now. Nigerians don't get patience. Make it go once and for all. They've been trying to end it for almost 20 years. Is it until Nigeria's debt reaches $1 trillion and nothing can be shown for it? All right, Greenish. More messages on WhatsApp. Sorry, I have a cough, so I have to keep taking breaks. This message says, Sandra, Kiari is correct. Let people not deceive themselves, thinking that price of fuel will come down when Dangote refinery starts operation. How much is locally produced rice when compared with foreign ones? Is the price of local rice cheap in Nigeria? The cost of production and corruption has made the prices to remain high. Let Nigerians brace up. Ben from Yaba with that message there. We've got Albino in Mushing who says the price of fuel in Mushing is 600 naira. You still queue for 5 hours, quarrel, fight, stand before you will even see it to buy. And you can't use your card or transfer. It has to be physical cash. I'm in support of subsidy removal, but we're supposed to have planned earlier before the announcements. Because in this part of the world, we'll always take advantage of every situation. All right. We've got this message here that says, I disagree with you, Sandra and Kiari. Unless for sharp practices, a country that has the raw material for the local production of a commodity will always have a comparative advantage of pricing in the export market. Petrol cannot be an exception. The local pump price will definitely... hold on, because I need to finish that message. The local pump price will definitely be cheaper than the international pump price. Otherwise, why not continue to import and close the refineries? Labor is cheap in Nigeria. So are other production costs, including electricity and transport, compared to international costs of production. A kilo of gari will always be cheaper in Nigeria than when exported to, say, Benin Republic or South Africa. What then is the need for all these shouts about having our own refinery? And like any other locally produced commodity, subsidy can never be, having our own refinery for local production. The more the local refineries, the more the completion for lower local pricing. Subsidy is meant to augment importation and forex exchange costs, and like any other locally produced commodity, subsidy can never be applicable. Local pricing is not affected by forex exchange rates. Your argument does not make any economic sense to me. Also, selling crude oil to Dangote in dollars instead of naira is even more senseless. All right, Doyin, thank you for your message. We'll take a break. When we come back from this break, Lagos, I'll take more of your messages. I think everybody wants to stay on this, so perhaps we should stay on this, all the way until 5 o'clock, right? What do you think? Because this is the most burning thing. I don't know if you want to be distracted by what's the word I'm looking for now, by Hard Facts Awards, because we have Hard Facts Awards coming between 4 and 5, and it's supposed to be where we just have a bit of fun. But I think everyone just wants to talk about fuel subsidy removal. So you let me know. You vote, right? Go and vote on WhatsApp while we're on this break. So vote on WhatsApp and let me know. Do you want to keep talking about subsidy removal, or do you want to play the Hard Facts Awards game show? I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, Lagos, don't go away.
In charge of what you hear and when to listen.
All at your convenience. It's there on our mobile app and website.
Download the mobile app on iOS and Play Store or visit www.nigeriainfo.fm.
99.3. Let's talk.